Hey y'all, it's your girl Quarter Stubbs here on I Am She for Real Z. Yes, yes, yes. So I was sent a request, like, what my thoughts were. So I'm excited to talk about this particular topic. Before I do, I would like to give Kit2 a shout out because she did submit this video, this conversation to me on my Facebook group, I Am She for Real Z podcast. So y'all can go ahead and request to be a part of the group and, you know, dip and dab into the community as we talk about different topics and and so forth. So let's go ahead and get started here. First of all, you cannot see me. Of course, you can only listen to me because it's like super like bad weather right now in Houston. So we like in the hurricane, path at this point. So anyone that's in Houston, please be safe. Do not drive out. And pay attention to your surroundings and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and continue, Hunty. So my girl, she did send me a video. Okay. And I definitely looked at it, listened to it, and examined it as well. I give my perspective to, how I see, feel, and hear things. And this topic is about new money Negroes. Okay, so first of all, Jess Hilarious, she did stated that she wanted to start a business. She's close to her friend. She was basically asking her friends, like, girl, how did you get here? How did you get there? So I can, and get in it or whatever. So basically, Jess Hilarious was stating that, like typical people say, it was hard work, it was dedication and sacrifices, which, is understandable, of course. But girl, give me the tea. Tell me what I need to do. If you don't want to give me A to Z, but can you at least give me to A, B, C? You know what I'm saying? Like something that's very useful. So I get her part. Then Derrick Jaxn, he ended up, putting his 2 cents in or whatever. I listened to some of his, videos. Like, I'm not a fan or whatever the case is, but he was just, had an emotional statement. I took it that he was very emotional. Like, he was stating that people or friends or family, whatever, is not obligated to give you the hookup on how they got to where they're at, or whatever the case is. And me personally, I cannot agree with that because that's not who I am. I'm always for the people, especially people that want to do better for them and have a business and prosper, so it's just like I couldn't agree with what he was saying, and he feel like people as an individual should strive without the additional help. And he was like, I mean, if you wanted to, ask for me to help you, and you're not even paying for consolation or whatever the case is, at least buy me lunch or something, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whatever, yo, you know what I'm saying? So whatever. So there's another young lady, I believe her name is Latoya, I'm sorry, but she did had her 2 cents on both of their commentary or whatever the case is about the new money Negroes. So, what I'm going to say, how I feel about this topic is that number one, I am of love. And as much as I know that I am the person that like to help people, I'm always end up being destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest. Like, that's just how it is. That's how it works. I have accepted it and I have learned to be very mindful and connect with people spiritually in the energy that they're, putting out, and if I want to feed on that energy or not. So I have learned to not just put myself out there to like, okay, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, So, but one thing about me, I have helped many people. Like, I have a podcast show. I'm at 12K, plays, downloads, becoming popular on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, or whatever. And, to include with that, I am on 9 other platforms. And people that I've spoken to, they have a great voice, they have great topics. They even created, their podcast and want to know how it works. I have been a mentor to people. I have inspired people. I have given people the in and outs of how to do things. It doesn't bother me because I know there's money for everyone to be made. And what's for me is for me, and that's the honest truth. Like, I never just felt as if I give someone the formula, they're going to outdo me. And even if that is the case, my heart is that I want people to be great. You know what I mean? Like, I just, again, what's for me is for me. Like I have been a professional makeup artist. I'm a published author. I have my podcast show. I even had a business. It started out to be sophisticated branding. Then I switched it over to optimized agency. And it's basically to use the free resources for people that's starting up and be able to use these free resources to build their business, so they pay little to nothing at all versus have to pay so much money. But there are sacrifices that need to be made if you are looking to, do bigger things or whatever the case is. So I did charge, but I charged a little bit of nothing. And I could have charged so much because things that people did not know, I helped them. But my goal was to not charge so high when someone is really trying to get there. And I have given services away for free. I have told people how to make their flyers for free, how to use certain video editings for free. It's things out there that we can do for free, but a lot of people do not know that. So if someone comes to me like, girl, what kind of editing, that you use or whatever the case is, I was like, okay, I used a free, InShot. Someone just asked me like, what software did you use? I said InShot. That's an app, InShot. And they were like, thank you so much, because a lot of people do hide what they use. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like, again, like, I love people so much that I really want them to be great. And in order for me to really give you all my resources or even help you to get to where you want to be, you have to be serious with yourself first. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. It's hard. It really is. So when Derrick Jaxn stated that it is hard, it is hard. But I don't mind sharing these things with you. But are you ready? Are you willing to take these sacrifices? And I mean, I'm talking about a sacrifice to the point that being consistent, honey. That is so, oh my gosh, that is so much to give, to be so consistent, because in order to be successful, you have to be consistent. And I know how it is when you're consistent, you're doing the work, you put in the work, and you're not getting feedback, you're not getting likes, comments, shares, you're not getting the subscribers. I know this. And see, I would tell people this. Are you mentally ready and capable of putting the work into the business that you want? Because it's going to take time, but you got to keep pushing. You have to keep promoting, even if you feel like you may be getting on somebody's nerves. That has nothing to do with you. That has something to do with them, because social media give us way too many options. People, society give us way too many options for that person to move forward if they feel like they, that person that's promoting their business is like annoying. But I feel what Jess Hilarious feel, because if I am your friend, I am your sister, I am someone you look up to, someone that we kick it, we intimate. Hell yes. Let's do this together. See, one thing about black people want to compete against each other. See, let me tell you something. Mentally, I'm competing with myself to get up each and every day, to be consistent, to push forward. I'm competing with my mind, with my health. So I don't have time competing with someone else. So you may be great than I am. I don't have that fear. But I do feel the joy of helping someone to get to that next level. Look, my podcast, my little slogan was like, use your voice, be heard. And if I know that you are willing to put that time in to have a podcast, to run a podcast, I'm going to help you and give you the steps. Do I know everything? No, I do not. I am going to tell you how I made it happen, all the researching I did. But again, now I have to feel your energy. I have to feel you, because I'm not going to share this treasure with you if you're not going to apply the treasure and go with it. You know what I mean? Because you do have those people. You share all this information with people and people just don't do nothing with it. Now that part can be aggravating. That part pisses me off. So now I have to ask you questions. Now I have to, say like, okay, how serious are you? How long have you been doing this? What do you have so far? You have to ask these questions before you start giving out your formula, because it's not easy. Everybody and their mom have a podcast. Everybody and their mom talking about the same goddamn topics. Everybody and their mom. So you have to find out why you. Everyone is a comedian. Everyone talking about self-care. Everyone is making skin products, cosmetic, beauty in a beauty. But there's enough money for all of us. Do you know how many cosmetic brands out there? Do you know how many comedians is out there before you? So you can do it. But you have to apply yourself. And one thing I would say is that if you're looking to start something and you asking for someone for their advice, make sure you are prepared to be asked, what have you done so far? What have you gathered? Because when you come to me, I'm going to ask you these questions. Not because I don't want to help you. It's because I don't want to waste my time. And I have wasted my time before helping people, you know. And I know a lot of people have given up because it's hard. And I'm going to give you that speech. It is hard. And the number one thing is hard doing is being consistent. So I don't mind sharing you my formula, telling you how I do things, the free sites that I use to create, my videos, or do my audio, or how I got my mic. Man, let me tell y'all this. I went to Jovi's. It's in Houston, a grocery store. And I talk so damn much, even though I like to interact with people. And the reason is because people's energy, and people do attract themselves to me. But anyway, these people were trying to sell me lights or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm not interested. But we started talking, and then I was just talking about my podcast, and he was like, oh man, I'm starting a podcast too. He was just asking me like what equipment I have and all that blah blah. And I told him the exact equipment that I have. I even took his phone number and told him, if you have any questions, you reach out to me. I even text him the actual devices to use to start his podcast. You feel me? Like the mic and all of that. And it was little bit to nothing. And it works phenomenal. Like you don't have to go out there and spend all of your money on something. Because first of all, you want to make sure that you are in it for real before you start investing lots of money, buying expensive things. You want to start small. See, this is why, it is important. It was important for me to have optimized agencies because I'm not doing it anymore. And that's for my personal reasons, because people are hard headed when it comes to starting their business, because, they feel like, oh, I want to be up here. Baby, listen, you have to crawl before you walk. And when you try to spend so much money doing something, guess what? It's not going to benefit you if you're going to give up. So I always say, crawl before you walk. Once you walk, and then you start working on running and getting to to where you want to be, to that destination. That's my formula. So what Derrick Jaxn was saying, I don't agree with him, because I am that person of love. I do care. I'm a genuine person. I want to see you grow. I don't care. Yes, that person don't know or may know that it was so hard for me. See, look, I am a person that lived through experience or experiences. And I feel like when I live through these horrible experiences, I am that person to help and build and encourage and inspire the next person that may be in the experience that I was in or going through. And that can be just life period or just even having a business. So it doesn't affect me. Man, look, let me tell y'all something who Courtney is. Y'all don't know who she is. I had a successful I was a successful makeup artist, and I had a successful, like agency type. And the name of it started off as A Glamorous Look Artistry. My mom helped me with the name, but I shortened it down to AGL Artistry. So basically what that is that I was my own independent makeup artist. But when coordinators call me and say, hey, for the fashion show, we need 3 makeup artists, 2 hairstylists, blase, blase. Guess what? I found those makeup artists. I mentor them. I show them the ins and outs. Right now, there is a successful makeup artist. She's on Instagram and gave me a shout out when I was looking at her live because I gave her an opportunity. Do you feel me? And she's doing better than I am in the makeup world. But do you think I give a damn? No, she's living out her dream. She is successful. She is talented. I don't care. I have another young lady. Her name is Bianca. We connected and all that good stuff. And I asked her if she's still doing makeup or whatnot. We had a conversation on the phone. She was like, Quarter, I already know who you are. You always helped. You always put others before you. You always, you just a genuine person. That's who I am. I know who I am. So I don't agree with Derrick Jaxn because really, honestly, you don't even have to be a friend. You can be a stranger and say, look, you inspire. People tell me all the time, Quarter, you inspire me. You do this, do that. Look, I don't have the Facebook likes and the Facebook comments, the Facebook views. I don't have that. But I promise you, those eyeballs watching me, I am a witness to that. And that is what matters. I am being watched. I am being seen. And I am inspiring and changing people's lives. So am I doing it for the likes? Am I doing it for the all of this? No. Look, you need help? Your girl got you. If I have the knowledge and if I have the resources, I got you. I want you to be successful. But no, I am going to ask you, what have you gathered so far? Because if you have not gathered anything, I feel like you're wasting my time. But I'm not going to say, girl, bye, boy, bye. I'm not going to say that. What I am going to say, you research first. Tell me what you got, then we can move forward. Because I need you to put that work in before I start putting my work into you and dedicating myself to you. But I feel Jess Hilarious. I feel her 100%, hunty. Because it's real out here. Negroes, these new money Negroes, no, y'all don't want to help. Y'all want it for yourselves. Like somebody just going to take it from under you. No, what's for you is for you. This is why we're not far as a community as Black people. If I know someone that can help someone, I'm going to refer that person to that person so they can connect. Like, I don't, maybe, even though I'm like so much of love and giving and a genuine person and whatnot, I don't really ask people for help. That's in my, little world. You know what I'm saying? Like podcasting or, being a published author. Like, I really don't. I like use all my resources. I use Google. I use YouTube. I use all kind of things. It may take some time, but I research my ass out. So everything that I know that some people don't know and they like, it's because I did the work. And I didn't do just the work for myself. I did the work for us. And I'm okay with that. Damn, I really am okay with that. Because I know I am very talented, I'm very wise, I'm very intelligent. So I know I have the ability to be able to look for the things that I know that one may not even share. So when it's time for you to say, hey, Quetta, have you heard of this? Or can you help me with this? I got you. And matter of fact, if I never heard of it, I'm going to research and I'm going to get back with you. That's who I am. But Derrick Jaxn, we work hard for this. And well, when like, I'm going to give you my formula. And, you got people like that for real, for real. Like, you got people like that for real. And what I suggest you to do, not to tell you what to do, but some advice, when you go to these people and you ask for their advice or you ask for their help, just a helping hand, and they give you that response as, oh, Jesus and God, paved the way, or, it took a lot of heart and dedication, and they not really trying to help you, don't put energy into that. Because if you really want it, you're going to research and you're going to find it. And just because that one person is not going to help you, it does not mean there's not other people that will. You just got to keep going. Allow spirit or God, whoever you worship, lead you. Pray about it. Or rather be praying to God, Jesus, the universe, to whomever. Keep going. Just keep going. Because if I'm your friend and I want something great for me, you are obligated to help me. Because we are intimate, we're in this relationship. I have supported you. Can you support me? And some people may disagree with that. This is the reason why I don't have friends. And I'm this is the reason why. Because see, I give too much, but I never receive shit. I have associates. That's what I have. I give a little. That's my time, my emotions. I give what I can give, but I won't give you all. I'm just allowing spirit to lead me. And I think that's what you all should do. Just allow spirit, God, to whomever you pray to or you believe in, do that. Because you can't just go to any and everybody and ask for help. Come on now. You can't do that. But if you do that, don't be disappointed though. Because there are people out there that will not help you. They feel like you're going to take food off their table. But do you know how much money, if a whole damn basketball team making millions of dollars, or at least if it's 10 and, 5 of them is making double digit millions, what should I tell you? There's a lot of money to be made out here. So why are you threatened? People are threatened. And the people that are threatened are black people. This is the reason why I have my head down dealing with black people, how they treat their own people. But at the end of the day, what can you do? I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to say, hello, I am out that box with black people. I am going to help you. You want to achieve. You want to be great. You want to reach those goals. Let's go. You ready? Because you're helping me feel great by helping you. And I appreciate that when you actually put the work in. That's all I ask for. That's it. People ask me, oh, what you use? What you use? Oh, it is blah 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 blah. Go on you've got Android, it's free. If you go to iPhone, it would be like $2.89. One time payment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, I mean, really? People out here like that though. But anyway, that's pretty much it that I have to say. You don't have to agree or disagree with me because it is my perspective, and I respect everyone's perspective and how they see, feel, and hear things. And if you definitely have a request that you would like me to talk about, my 2 cents, definitely reach out to me. But again, if you ever need help or any resources, it doesn't even have to be about podcasting. It can be how to advertise your business by creating flyers or creating videos or, what system to use. I will help you. But I am going to ask you, what do you have so far? What have you been doing? And I think that's appropriate. I think that is needed because one don't want to waste their energy on another if they're not serious themselves. Thank y'all so much for listening to your girl, Quetta, on I Am She For Rizzy podcast. Have a great and blessed day. Peace and love.